Okay, recently, actress, I gotta be careful with this, Halle Bailey.
You got it.
Not Halle Berry.
See?
And her ex-boyfriend, an online streamer known as DDG, have come to a custody agreement for their 2-year-old son. I have no idea who this guy is.
Well.
This sparked conversation about navigating parenthood without a marriage license, specifically in Minnesota.
So, okay, we wanted to know, what could that mean for you? So we're going to ask the experts. Jody Terzich and Shannon Ort from the law offices of Terzich and Ort are here. Ladies, nice to have you here.
Thank you.
This is really interesting. This is a topic that I don't think we've talked about a lot on this show. But Jody, let's talk about the custody rights. If you're not married, there's a default situation that's happening that I was totally unaware of.
Absolutely. If you're not married, the mom has the legal custody rights, the physical custody rights, can make all of the decisions, does not have to, give any parenting time. They have all the rights.
Is that even if she writes down the father's name on the birth certificate?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Oh, okay, that's really good information to know. Okay, all right, Shannon. Now, this is called parenting time before legal parentage? What does that mean?
So as Jody mentioned, that when a child is born and the parents are not married, mom has all the legal rights, all the decision-making rights. That doesn't mean that she can't say, hey, you can be involved and we're going to have a relationship and we can establish some parenting time by agreement. But it's not legally enforceable until there's a written agreement, until it's filed with the court. There's nothing legally enforceable about that. So it's kind of an act of good faith.
So you can't just take like a bar napkin and say like, oh yeah, I hereby declare that Joe gets this amount of custody time. That's not going to work.
Well, you can certainly do that and you can abide by it, but it's not legally enforceable.
Yeah, so you can do it if you're both in agreement and you're going to act on it. It's not like you have to go to the courts and arrange a custody agreement. You can come to an agreement, but if the fighting happens and it's not working out, then probably you're going to have to go to court. But what's interesting about this is then when it comes to the parental rights of the father, there is a little step that you have to go through in order to establish that he even is the father. How does that work, Jody?
Sure. You can establish parental rights, or you can establish that you're the father when the child is born. There's something called a recognition of parentage that is signed at the time of the birth. So in addition to being on the birth certificate, you would have this document that says everybody recognizes that you're the father, right?
This is only for people who are unmarried.
Only
if you're married, because I'm like, I don't remember Jay ever signing this stuff. Okay.
And if you don't do that, then you have to go through paternity testing, or there's other factors that you can do to prove that you are the father.
Okay, so boy, the people behind the scenes at Maury Povich, well, they got a lot of work going on, don't they? Trying to figure out who the father is all the time.
That was very stressful. I can't handle that show with all of that. And then the babies, I just can't do it, guys. It's too much.
Well, it's amazing how long it went when it was like basically the same thing over and over again. It's like, oh, we're going to find out who the father is.
Boy.
Okay, so then Shannon, after the paternity is established, then what happens next with all the court systems? So you genetically figure it all out, and then what happens next?
So once you have what we call adjudication, you're legally recognized as the biological father, you have rights and obligations. You have obligations to support children, right, pay child support, and you have the right then to ask for custody and parenting time. You have a right to ask the court to, award you certain opportunities to be involved in this child's life if the parents haven't otherwise figured that out.
Okay.
So the child support then, that's also something that the courts they probably have to decide as well. You can't just go back with the mother and say like, okay, I'll give you X amount of money, because it's probably not going to be supported if there's ever a disagreement again. So that's...
You can decide anything, and people can agree to anything, right? That is, the courts want parties to agree. Like, that's the first and foremost, is we want to get to an agreement. But if we can't, then that's when we rely on the law, and then that's when a judge would have to issue the order of what child support looks like. And if you and I come to an agreement that you're going to pay me X dollars, right, and then you stop and there has been no order, then I can't enforce that. I can't go after you and say...
Right.
Turn that napkin over.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wonder then, from your perspective as attorneys, is it more complicated to fix a custody arrangement, to get one set up if the couple is unmarried versus married, or does it not matter?
Well, in a lot of ways, there's a power differential, right? Now, it depends on if someone's taking advantage of that power differential. I think men often feel like that I don't have any rights. This doesn't feel like I'm on level playing ground when they're unmarried people, and that's true to some extent until they are actually legally recognized.
Sure.
And then I think that it follows a very similar trajectory about what's best for this child. How do we make this work?
But kind of that initial part.
Yeah. What happens in a situation where, let's just say, the father, for whatever reason, says, I don't want anything to do with this. You know, and I understand that I'm the father. Genetically, I know it's mine, but I don't want to have to do anything with this. Do you? I know it's unfortunate, but it happens, right? So, like, is that also something like, okay, we're just having a mutual agreement and we're just good, or does the court system need to get involved as well?
Again, if somebody wants the court system involved and the court gets involved, the father can step away and say, I don't want to have any custody rights or parenting time, but the mom can certainly step forward and say, that's fine, but I still want child support.
Sure.
Right? So then you still have that obligation to support the child.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but again, really interesting that you can come to any agreement
Yep.
within your own family and your own party. The courts really only have to get involved if you disagree about the agreement.
Right. The people we see are the people, obviously, that didn't come to agreements,
Yeah.
or they have an agreement that they recognize they need to formalize. We have this agreement. How do we make sure that we are bound by this, that we are protected, and we can make sure that we're good?
Good stuff,
Yeah.
Jody and Shannon. Boy, we really dug in, and then we figured out who those young, cool actor people are.
I know. I got to get more hip and cool.
Right,
I don't
that's
even
true.
know. Yeah.
If you need to schedule a consultation, you can visit tolawoffice.com. We've got that linked up on our website. Jody and Shannon give great advice.
Yes, they
Lots of
really
help.
do. Okay.